দেখো রেকর্ডিংটা স্টার্ট হচ্ছে।
This call is now being recorded.
Okay. So with your consent, the call is being recorded. So therefore, now we need to calculate the weight. So the weight will be only for this portion. So if I consider a length dy, so what will be the deflection on dy? So that I have to calculate. So if I can calculate the deflection of dy, then I can integrate this one in order to get the total deflection. So I am just considering a length dy of the bar. So what is the weight of this? What is the weight acting on this portion dy? So the weight that will be acting on this portion, so that will be equal to, so length L minus y into cross sectional area. So this is the length into cross sectional area I am doing it. So I will be getting the volume. So if I multiply it by density, I will be getting the mass. Then if I multiply it by g, I will be getting the weight of this portion of the body, the portion L minus y. Understood? I am just trying to calculate the deflection of the portion dy. I am taking a length dy and I intend to find out the deflection that is being caused due to the weight on this portion dy. So on this portion dy, this portion of the weight is acting below it. So a portion of weight আমি যদি calculate করতে চাই, so I have to take this length L minus y. If I multiply it by the cross sectional area, I am getting the mass. If I multiply by I am getting the volume. Volume into density is the mass. Mass into g. I am getting the weight of this portion. So এখানে দেখো, I think এটা একটু wrongly mentioned আছে, elongation in the length dy. So if I need to calculate the elongation in the length dy, so just correct in the note. In the note, it is written by like elongation in the length y. It should be the elongation in the length dy. So I am calculating the elongation in the length dy. So if I am calling it like say delta dy. So সেটা কত হবে? So that should be equal to what? So that should be equal to PL by AE. So it is axial loading. So since it is axial loading, so the weight is this one into length is dy divided by A into E. ঠিক আছে? So weight I know. So I know the value of weight. So everything I can put it here. So we will be getting like L minus y into A into rho into G into dy divided by AE. So A and A cancels out and E is there. So now if we can, so now if I integrate, dy over the whole y. So integrating, I am getting delta total, which is the integration of this delta over dy. So dy, it is from 0 to y. So I am calculating it for the entire length. Okay? So what I should be getting? So I should be getting, so if you integrate this one, so if you integrate karo, so it should be integration of rho g. So these are constants by E into L minus y into dy. So it is 0 to L. So now you calculate delta t. So that should be equal to, just do the integration and see what you are getting. So এটা একটু নিজেরা করো, just do it by yourselves. Let me see if I can do it also. L, এটা y হবে 0 to L minus this is y dy, so this is y square by 2, 0 to L. So just calculate the value. So you should be getting rho g L square divided by 2e. So this is the expression. So this is the elongation of the bar or the cable, sorry, due to its own weight. Okay, so if you go to the next portion, of the problem, just look in the note. I am not repeating that one, it's easy actually. So the next thing is the same elongation we have to obtain if the bar is kept horizontal. So whenever the bar is being kept horizontal, we are assuming that we are just assuming that the weight, it's not axial loading like. Okay, সেই কেসে bending is coming into effect. So সেটা আমরা করছি না, just they have asked to find out what will be the, and if the force is equal to half of its weight. So just they have given the load actually. So in the load they have given, okay, just we have to show that the load is half the weight. Okay, so see, just we have to prove that P is equal to half W. So it's done there. So in that case, delta will be equal to PL by AE. So in that case, the P is actually acting horizontally. So we have just equated these two, and we have got P applied will be equal to half of the weight. ठीक है, so the first one is vertical loading where the weight of the body is acting, and the second one is where a load is being acting. So in order to cause the same deflection, the load applied that should be equal to half of the weight of the body. So that is it. Eta to dakho. Just see if you can understand it, or else I can explain also. So problem number 230. So 230, one good thing is like we don't have any variation in the cross-sectional area. So problem number 229, I mean generally I do it in the class actually, but due to a shortage of time, I mean এটা একটু homework হিসেবে দিচ্ছি, just try it by yourselves. যদি নাও হয়, I will be sending you by today. ঠিক আছে, আমি আমার নোটটা পাঠিয়ে দেবো. The answers I will be sending, and the answers for the problems I gave you yesterday. I was supposed to upload that one, just মানে করতে পারিনি. So just I will be uploading problem number 230. Just try it by yourself. I will be sending these answers by evening. ঠিক আছে, by evening problem number 230 and 232. It's a similar problem, just nothing here. এটা করতে পারবে, just if you can't do it, I will be sending that one. ঠিক আছে, মানে I want to go to this statically indeterminate part. So problem number 230 and 230. 229 and 231 are your homeworks. Our last day you have 2 homeworks, so just complete them. I will be sending the answers by today evening. ঠিক আছে, so I am starting with the next part, statically indeterminate problems. আগে কিছু জিজ্ঞেস করার আছে? You want to ask me something, or I start the next chapter, মানে next section of this chapter? Start করবো?
স্যার
বলো বলো বলো।
স্যার কয়েকজনকে জয়েন করুন।
কয়েকজন জয়েন করবে? কেউ তো এখানে দেখাচ্ছে না, কাউকে এখন তো দেখাচ্ছে না। আচ্ছা, একজন এসছে। কোনো ডাউট আছে না? আমি নেক্সট পার্টে যাব। So I'm starting with statically indeterminate system. So just I had discussed in the last sections actually that the equations that we are creating, যেটা equations গুলো that we were creating, we were getting more equations than the number of unknowns. So whenever you are having a case where the equations that you can form using statics, ঠিক আছে? So using statics, the number of equations that you form, if that is more than the number of unknowns, so you can solve the system. So that is a statically determinate system. If I come across a system where actually the number of equations is less than the number of unknowns, so I'll be arriving at a case of a statically indeterminate system. So an example has been shown. There can be various examples. This entire chapter is full of examples by statically indeterminate systems. So এখানে দেখো, just to make you understand এই প্রবলেমটা, just I am doing example number 2.02. that will be just আমি একটু explain করে দিচ্ছি. Just you can understand that it is affixed at two ends. So you are having a shell and you are having a core. So shell is what? Shell is something, the outside thing is the shell, and the inside thing you call it as the core. So these problems are a sort of this thing actually. You are having a tube sort of thing. So tube is the hollow portion actually. So this is the tube. So if I can draw it like outside করে draw করছি. So this is the hollow tube, and inside it there is a rod. So this is the hollow tube. So you'll be having some outer diameter, I call it D0. You'll be having an internal diameter, I am calling it as D1. And inside this tube there is a rod. So this is the tube. So if I see it from the front end, so I get something like this. So this is the.
Thank you. Mic is on.
Huh? Hello.
No, sir,
Hello?
not to you. Sir,
Huh?
somebody's
Shayo
mic is
mic
on.
top call.
Acha, so আমি এখানে ছিলাম. So in this case actually see I am hatching this portion. So this is made of one material. This is the tube portion. You can understand that it's a hollow portion. ঠিক আছে? This is only the outer part, and this is another portion. I can hatch it. I am not hatching it. ঠিক আছে? So inside it there is a tube of certain diameter. So this diameter for a closed fit actually you should be having it D1. So this is D1, and I am calling it as D2. ঠিক আছে? So this is made up of certain material. So let's see what is the material given. So the material inside is raw.
স্যার ভিডিওটা খুব হেজি হচ্ছে।
So in this case, the rod,
স্যার
So the
এবার
rod-
তো আরো বেশি ইজি লাগছে,
huh?
এবার আরো
আরো
বেশি
বেশি
ইজি
হেজি
লাগছে।
হয়ে যায়।
better sir.
It's again easy, sir.
মোবাইলে ঠিক আছে।
Hmm.
The screen is clearly visible now.
Okay, so দেখো কখন clear হচ্ছে। Now I'm just explaining it with the notes. So you can go to notes actually. If you go to page number 14, so you can see that the rod part, it is having a property of A1 E1, and the tube part, it is having a property of A2 E2. So clearly, as you can understand that, let P1 and P2 be the. Okay, so it is being, so the problem টা একটু যাই, let me go to the problem. Okay, so in this problem actually a load has been applied from the right end actually. So a load has been applied from the right end, so there will be internal forces. So this P will be supported by two forces, like one on the rod and another one on the tube. So I should be having, so let this part is supporting a weight of say P1 and this part is supporting a load of P2. So that P1 plus P2, so that should be equal to the total load P. ঠিক আছে? So as you can see, this is the only equation that we can form. Any other equation you can form using statics? Hello? So as you can
স্যার
understand,
ডিফ্লেকশন সেম হবে।
deflection of the statics নয়. Deflection is not a part of statics. যখন statics পড়েছো, you studied statics in the last semester. Did you go for deflection at any case? So whenever you are talking of deflection, you are entering into the domain of strength of material. Still now you are into the domain of your statics. বুঝতে পেরেছো? So whenever you are talking about the deflections and strains and all these stresses and all, you are entering the domain of strength of materials. তুমি বলতে পারো যে at least at the previous section that we did, statically determinate system, mostly the problems are based on statics actually. They are not mostly strength of materials. They are applied to strength of materials because you are finding out the deflections and all. কিন্তু যখনই এখানে তুমি deflections balance করছো, you have to take the help of statics as well as strength of materials. বুঝতে পারলে? So এখানে দেখো, so in this case what we can do is, since these are actually axially loaded, so we can find out the deflection in both the parts. So the deflections, so delta 1 that should be equal to PL by AE. So P1 L1 divided by A1 E1, and delta 2 that should be equal to P2 L2 divided by, or L is same actually. So this is A2 E2. So since they are constrained actually by the same length actually, so the length is constrained. So delta 1 will be equal to delta 2. So you should be having P1 L divided by A1 E1, that is equal to P2 L divided by A2 E2. So you can get a relation between P1 and P2. So P1 divided by A1 E1, that is equal to P2 divided by A2 E2. So we are getting now two relations and we can solve. বোঝা গেছে? আচ্ছা, so now there is another analogy. সেই অ্যানালজিটাতে আমি আসছি। So the next analogy is like we are, এটাকে তোমরা যদি সলভ করো, so just see in the note, if you solve this one, you should be getting the relations given in page number 9 actually. ঠিক আছে? So আমি এটাকে একটু অন্য অ্যানালজি দিয়ে করাচ্ছি। Go to page number 9, the things are given, so you can solve this one. So this is equation number 1 and this is equation number 2. So you can solve these two things and you will be getting one answer. So I am just going for another analogy. Say analogy টা হচ্ছে spring analogy. বলো
স্যার বোর্ডের উপরের দিকটা দেখা যাচ্ছে না।
কি এখানটা এর নিচে উপরে কিছু নেই?
না না স্যার, একটু তুললে ভালো হয় স্যার ক্যামেরাটা।
ঠিক আছে?
হ্যাঁ স্যার ঠিক আছে।
হ্যাঁ স্যার ঠিক আছে।
দুদিকে ক্লিয়ারেন্স রেখে দিলাম, উপর দিকে নিচের দিকে। পুরো হোমমেড মেকানিক্যাল সেটআপ without using these things.
স্যার বাইরের রডটা তো হলো তো স্যার?
হ্যাঁ, বাইরের রডটা হলো তো, এলস ইনসাইডে বাইরে রড না, বাইরে একটা টিউব। বাইরে
হ্যাঁ, তাহলে ওটাতে অ্যাক্সিয়াল লোডিং হবে কি করে?
ও অ্যাক্সিসই তো, এইটা তো অ্যাক্সিসই, মানে আমি যখন সো আমি যখন এইটাকে ড্র করছি, সো আই এম ড্রয়িং দিস ওয়ান ইজ দ্য টিউব, ঠিক আছে? এর একটা ইনসাইড ডায়ামিটার আছে, সো এইখানে তোমার তো লোডটা যেটা, সেটা তো অ্যাক্সিয়ালি, এটার অ্যাক্সিস কোনটা? এটাই অ্যাক্সিস। আর whenever you are talking about
হ্যাঁ, কিন্তু হলো টিউবটার মধ্যে তো মানে অ্যাক্সিসের যে জায়গাটা, ওখানটা তো কিছু মেটেরিয়াল নেই, আমি ফোর্সটা অ্যাপ্লাই করবো কোথা দিয়ে?
ক্যান ইউ টক ইন ইংলিশ প্লিজ?
সেটা তো
sorry, sorry.
বললাম যে এই লোডটা আমরা ধরে নিচ্ছি এটা টোটাল জায়গাটার উপরে ডিস্ট্রিবিউটেড, অবশ্যই ইট ইজ
Can you keep the discussion in English? Sir?
অ্যাভারেজ নিয়ে করছি,
Sorry,
ঠিক আছে? ওখানে
sorry to interrupt. Can you?
হ্যাঁ
Sorry to interrupt. Can you please keep the discussion in English? Because when you keep discussing in Bengali, others get lost.
sure. So I'm just repeating from this portion. So in this portion, that we are working with a tube actually. So in this tube, he is asking that the tube is hollow. So if this tube is hollow, so how can this load be applied on the actual portion? Because for a tube which is hollow from the center, actually the load cannot be on the axial position actually. বুঝতে পেরেছো? So he is asking this. So the thing is like whenever we are working with these things like P, so whenever we are calling P1 and P2 are the loads on the tube and the rods. So they are actually the average loads. They are the distributed load. It's entirely distributed over the cross sections and all. The thing that we discussed in the first class, that whenever we are taking the load actually, so suppose I am taking a cross section like this, and I am assuming that a load is acting here. So the load, so if you say, sir, at this portion, at this portion, at this portion, there are no loads. So how we apply loads here and all. So we take an average of these things actually.
Yes, sir.
Internal forces gulo ache, they are resistive forces set up in the body, so they are distributed on the entire body actually. So we are getting some stresses, some distributed stresses. Those stresses we multiply by the cross section and we are getting a force. So like suppose ei cross section ta ache, so the thing I want to explain is so the thing I wanted to explain to him is so the thing that he is asking is, so we are having a thing like this. So এটা যদি আমি front view টা আঁকি, so if I draw the side view here, so I should be getting something like this. So this is the tube part. So the cross section that you are getting is pi by 4 into d2 square minus but d outside square minus d I square. ঠিক আছে? So the internal stresses are set up on this portion. So force is acting. So you should be having certain internal forces being set up on this portion. So those internal forces, so এটাকে P টা কোন দিকে বলেছিলাম? P is on the tube, right? The P1 টা on the P2 is on the tube. So this is sigma 2. So there are some stresses will be set up here. So these stresses sigma 2 into A, if I do, I am getting the value of P2. বুঝতে পেরেছো? Similarly, for the rod portion, you are getting sigma 1 into A, that is equal to P1. Not like that P2 is a force acting at the center of the body. It's just distributed on the entire body. So whenever you are loading a body, it will try to deflect the entire cross section. So when the entire cross section tries to deflect, so some stresses will be set up on the body. So these sigma 2 is the stresses that are set up on the tube portion actually. So this sigma 2 divided by its cross sectional area is giving me P2. Not that P2 is acting along the axis of the tube. বোঝা গেছে? Can you
Yes, sir,
understand
yes,
what I'm trying to tell?
Yes, sir.
হ্যাঁ বলো। So we are not that P2 is acting along its axis. P2 is a drawing actually, this drawing may be confusing to you. I am drawing P2 like this. So you are asking why sir P2 cannot act along axis, because on the axis there is no material. That is correct. But this drawing is actually a misrepresentation. Why? Because whenever you are applying force on the rod and the tube portion, so when the tube is trying to contract, So since the tube is trying to contract, there will be internal forces, internal stresses set up on the body, which is sigma 2, that will try to resist the compression. So this sigma 2 divided by into its cross sectional area, I'll be getting P2, not that P2 acts along the axis. বোঝা গেল?
Yes, sir. Yes.
ঠিক আছে, সো P2 টাকে ওইভাবে ভেবো না, ডোন্ট থিঙ্ক P2 লাইক দ্যাট যে এটা অ্যাক্সিস দিয়ে যাচ্ছে, সিন্স দেয়ার আর নো মেটেরিয়াল অন দি হলো পোর্শন, হাউ ক্যান P2 অ্যাক্ট at a hollow portion? Don't think like this. Think it from the different perspective, যেটা আমি প্রথম দিন বলেছিলাম, which I told you on the first day, that there is deformation. So first there is applied loading, so there is a load P applied, that causes deformation, that causes stresses. This stress multiplied by the area gives me the internal forces. So think from the perspective of the strength of material. So strength of material tells you that whenever you apply some force, there is deflection in the body, there are internal stresses set up on the body. Those internal stresses multiplied by the area is the P internal force, PI. So this P2, I am getting multiplying all these stresses into area. So this is always the average. You can tell that, yes sir, it is always an average. So that is why when we go for other methods like finite element methods and all, the values differ. When strength of materials, so whatever values we are getting, these are always average values, not that we are getting the exact values always. So if you go for many other finite things, actually like other approximation methods or other energy methods and all, if you solve it, you will be getting some different values. Not that everything will match. You can point it, but you may get some differences because all the things that we are calculating P1, P2, they are averages. Okay? So next thing that I wanted to discuss is the spring analogy. So coming to the spring analogy means everything that we assume is made up of a spring. Everything in this world, be it a mild steel specimen, be it a concrete specimen, everything we assume that it is made of a spring. So how can we do the analysis? So suppose I am having a bar like this. So this is the load acting on the bar. So this is P, this is P. So what is delta? Delta is equal to PL by AE. So I can write it like P divided by AE divided by L. So I can write it by as P by K equivalent. So what is this expression? Have you seen this expression somewhere? You have seen this expression in springs. So whenever a spring is loaded, so what is the stiffness of the spring? Hello. So it can delta is equal to P by K. Sorry. So K. So P by K. So K is equal to AE by L. So P by K আমরা কোথায় দেখি? In a spring actually. So in a spring the force is equal to K into delta or Kx. এটাকে যদি আমি x বলি তোমাদের হয়তো বুঝতে সুবিধা হবে. So if I tell it like x, so x is equal to, so what is Kx? So Kx is the load. So everything in this world, so the things that we are dealing with, they are short of a spring. So they are spring and their stiffness is actually mentioned by Ke by L. AE by L, sorry. So this AE by L forms the stiffness of the materials. বোঝা গেছে?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So এবার আমি স্প্রিং অ্যানালজিতে এটাকে সলভ করছি। So this one, so let it remain like this. So we are getting P by K1 is equal to P by K2. So আমি ওইটাতে ব্যাক করে যাচ্ছি। So P1 plus P2 is equal to P. So what will be P1? So P1 will be equal to P2 into K1 by K2 plus P2 is equal to P. So I should be having P2, I am taking it as common. So I am getting K1 plus K2 divided by K2 is equal to P. So P2 will be equal to P into K2 divided by K1 plus K2. Then if I divide it, so I should be getting 1 plus K2 by K1. So this is known as the stiffness ratio. So 1 by R. So this R is the stiffness ratio of the two things actually. So just if you calculate R, you can calculate P2 is equal to P1 by 1 plus R, and similarly P2, the other thing that you can calculate. So this is about the spring analogy. Okay? So this is actually a very important concept actually. So this concept, if you want to study this concept, you have to study the book of Gear and Goodnow. So that is why I shared a book. If you want to understand this from the perspective of other things, like perspective of a different perspective, if you want to think, you can think it in this way, or else you can go about the solution that I have given you also. So now the other thing that we want to discuss is the temperature changes. So whenever there are certain temperature changes, so I hope you can temperature time I hope you know. So the delta T will be equal to L alpha delta T. So now we are studying the temperature changes.
স্যার কে টার্মটার নাম কি?
হ্যাঁ আসছি দাঁড়াও এক সেকেন্ড আমি একটা কথা বলে নি দাঁড়াও তারপর আমি প্রবলেমের গিয়ে তোমার আনসারটা বলছি এমনি টাইম খুব শর্ট তো সো সাপোজ L0 is the initial length so if I heat this one so initial stresses ধরো আমি বডিটাকে এইভাবে হিট করলাম কোনো স্ট্রেস হবে এটার মধ্যে will there be any stresses set up on this body
না কোনো রেজিস্ট্যান্স নেই তো
exactly মানে এই বডিটা তো free to move it is free to expand how will stresses get set up in this body so whenever you put in a constant এটাকে যখনই তুমি কোথাও দিয়ে একটা কনস্ট্যান্ট করে দেবে then only it will be under stresses তুমি একটা দিকে এটাকে কনস্ট্যান্ট করে দাও বা বোথ সাইড এটাকে কনস্ট্যান্ট করো then only constant form stresses মানে একটা বডি যদি it is free to expand then no stresses will be set up on the body because it is free it can do anything there are no internal resistance force resistance টা কোথায় তৈরি হয় where we draw the reactive forces or where we draw the resistance forces at the constant points or at the boundary points unless there is a boundary point there will be no reactive forces set up on the body so if a body is free to expand it will be having zero stresses whenever you constrain the body then it will be having some stresses resistance stresses resistant forces that form the stresses so the expansion due to thermal effects as we all know so this is L0 alpha delta T and if you want to find out the final length so that will be equal to L0 plus delta T so that should be equal to L0 into 1 1 plus alpha into delta T so this is the thing I hope you have studied এটাকে আর বেশি explain করব না so we will be starting with one problem আচ্ছা আলফাটাকে কি বলি we call it as the coefficient of thermal expansion ঠিক আছে so if suppose we are having two materials one is having greater alpha one is having smaller alpha so the object with the specimen with greater alpha that will be undergoing greater thermal deflection so আমি একটা প্রবলেম জাস্ট দিয়ে তোমার ডাউটটা ক্লিয়ার করছি so that we are on track so 233 টাই করো প্রথমটাই করো just let's start with the first problem 233 you try with 233 it's given in the note also so 233 তে কি বলেছে দেখো axial load is applied on the assembly by means of rigid plates কিন্তু কোন প্রবলেমটা ধরো আচ্ছা এটা হচ্ছে this is figure number 233 ঠিক আছে the figure given on the side so we have to determine the normal stresses on the aluminum shell and we have to determine the entire deflection of the assembly so the assembly since you can understand that the assembly will be having a same deflection so there is a shell means the outside thing and inside you are having a core brass core so this is so at this portion you are having a brass core so brass core e tomar E ta diye diyeche so E is given so E is equal to 105 gigapascal this is given and the tube part the length is given the A is given so the outer dia is given so the inner dia will be the same for both materials so this is 60 millimeter the length is given so this entire length is given this is 300 millimeter ঠিক আছে আর কি দিয়েছে দেখো so just given and the load is being applied on this body so this is not thermal stress this is a general problem so এখানে একটা load apply করেছে just we have to find out the normal stress in the aluminum part হ্যাঁ বলো কি কোশ্চেন করছিলে others please try this problem আমি আসছি এই প্রবলেমটাতে এটা না করলে ওটা এটা থার্মালটা নয় ঠিক আছে হ্যাঁ যে কোশ্চেন করছিলে একটু জিজ্ঞেস করো
আচ্ছা স্যার বলছিলাম স্প্রিং অ্যানালজিতে কে টার্মটার নাম কি
কেটা স্প্রিং ইকুইভ্যালেন্ট বলি আমরা ওটাকে আমরা বলি হচ্ছে দাঁড়াও ওটাকে বলি হচ্ছে নামটা ভুলে গেলাম দাঁড়া আমি বলছি ওটা একটা নাম আছে সেটা আমি বলছি না একটু ওয়েট করো আমি বলছি
ওকে স্যার
তুমি গিয়ার কুপার বইটা আছে তো তোমার কাছে
হ্যাঁ স্যার
একবার একটু ওইটা একটু দেখো ওইখানে ওই জিনিসটা পুরো টোটালি ডিসকাসড আছে হ্যাঁ ওটা খুব হেল্পফুল কিন্তু ওটাই কিন্তু ফাইনাইট এলিমেন্টের বেসিক মানে ওইভাবে করলে দেখবে প্রবলেম গুলো অনেক বেশি ইজিয়ার হয়ে যায়। জাস্ট আমি যদি একটা স্প্রিং ভাবি, আমার এ ই এল অল দিস থিংস দে বিকাম ওয়ান এন্টিটি, ঠিক আছে? তো ওইটা একটু পড়ো, আমি এখন আর বইটা খুলতে পারছি না, মেশিনটা হ্যাং হয়ে যাবে। একটু দেখো, আমি তোমাকে বলে দেবো ওটা, ঠিক আছে? ওটাকে একটা নাম বলে, এল বাই এইটাকে কি বলে দাঁড়াও,
ঠিক আছে স্যার।
আমি বলে দিচ্ছি একটু পরে, আমার জাস্ট মাথায় আসছে না। তো আচ্ছা, এই প্রবলেমটা, সো রিগার্ডিং দিস প্রবলেম, আচ্ছা এই প্রবলেমটা ইজিয়ার প্রবলেম আছে। সো এটা কি করে করব আমাকে একটু আইডিয়া দাও, জাস্ট শেয়ার মি সাম আইডিয়াস। করেছিলাম দেখে নি তাহলে। আচ্ছা, so লিখে নাও, let PA and PB be the corresponding axial load shared by the aluminum and the brass parts. Let PA and PB be the axial load shared by the aluminum core and the aluminum shell and the brass core, such that PA plus PB is the total load. So the total load will be equal to PA plus PB. So what will be, so in this case, as you can understand, if you can calculate delta and then equate that one, so it is a statically indeterminate system. Why? Because using statics I am getting only this one, and I have two unknowns PA and PB, so I cannot solve this. So that is why it is a statically indeterminate problem. So that is why I have to calculate the deflections in the aluminum part, which will be equal to PA into L divided by AE. ठीक है? And next part is okay. So from here you calculate PA. So PA will be equal to AA into EA into delta divided by L. Similarly, delta B, the deflection of delta B will be equal to PBL divided by ABEB. So PB will be equal to ABEB into delta divided by the length. So this P will be equal to PA plus PB. So that should be equal to AAEA plus ABEB into delta by L. So what is this delta by L? Delta by L is the deflection per unit length. So what is delta by L? So delta by L is the strain. So strain will be equal to axial strain. So that is equal to P divided by AAEA plus ABEB. So I hope you can understand the strain. So this is a transverse strain. Transverse strain means since the axis is in the axis direction as a strain টা, we are calling it as the transverse strain. এর সাথে there will be a lateral strain, যেগুলো আমরা পরে পড়বো। সেটা কি করে পাই? Application of, how we get that one? By applying transverse strain থেকে how we go to the lateral strain?
Shear stress.
Transverse strain and lateral strain, what are the relation? How are they related? পড়েছো তো?
Poisson ratio.
স্যার পয়জনস রেশিও দিয়ে হয়।
Poisson ratio. So I am calling it as epsilon L. So this is the strain along the L direction. So there will be other strains also. So we are interested about only sigma L. আমরা Poisson ratio যাবো, next chapter ই আমাদের Poisson ratio, ঠিক আছে? So এটা হয়ে গেল. So now we need to calculate the stresses. So in order to calculate the stresses, so the stress in the aluminum part, so sigma A, that should be equal to epsilon into epsilon into EA. So as you can understand, like like sigma A is equal to PL by AE. So PA into L divided by AA into E. So this part is stress. So sigma A into your okay, এটা delta by L. So এটা হচ্ছে sigma into L by E. এটা দরকারই নেই, জাস্ট তোমার তো সিগমা ইপসাইলন ইজ ইকুয়াল টু তোমার আরো কনফিউজিং হয়ে যাচ্ছে, জাস্ট তোমার what is Young's modulus? Young's modulus is equal to sigma by strain. এখান থেকে করে নাও, কারণ আবার strain I have to go back to lengths and all. So sigma is equal to epsilon into E. Just এখান থেকে করে নাও, it will be easier. So what is epsilon L? So epsilon L is this one. So just put these values. So P divided by EA plus AB EB into EA. So just calculate this, you will be getting the value. And the corresponding deflection. So the entire thing you have to calculate. So deflection ta এখান থেকে বেরিয়ে যাবে. So from here you can calculate the entire deflection, which is epsilon L into length. So once you get epsilon L, just multiply it by length, you will be getting the deflection. So just করো এটা, just do this problem. আমরা একটা thermal problem করাবো, which is the same problem with thermal effects, which is problem number 249. Go to problem number 249. The same problem as you see, the same problem but with a different thermal effect. এটা দেখো, এটাতে কোনো questions আছে? You can do this problem. এটা দেখো, it's done in the notes. You can just মানে find out the answers and then compare them with the notes. ঠিক আছে, পরেরটা করব। হ্যালো হ্যালো
Yes, sir.
হ্যালো,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
হ্যাঁ পরেরটা করছি। I'm doing the problem. So do problem number 2. What? No, problem number 249. So 249, that's a similar problem. মানে দেখো, the problem is similar. So you are having a shell, and so this is the shell, outside shell actually, that is being referred to, and the diameters are the same. The same problem hi ache, ঠিক আছে? So the brush core, the properties are given alpha, and the aluminum core, the properties are given, and it's given like it is unstressed at a temperature of 15 degrees centigrade. So T0, the initial temperature is 15 degrees centigrade, and the final temperature is given to be 195 degrees centigrade. So what is delta T? The change in temperature is 195 minus 15. So this is 180 degree centigrade. ঠিক আছে? আচ্ছা, so এখানে দেখো, only axial deformation. So they have told only you have to take the transverse strains, find out the stress in the aluminium. So we have to find out the stress in the aluminium part. So that since if you compare the values of alpha actually, so once we compare the values of alpha, we can see that that aluminium is having a greater value of alpha. Right? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
The
sir.
aluminium part is having a greater value than alpha B. So aluminium is which part? So aluminium is the tube part, and this one is the brass part. So this aluminium, so if you consider only in the axial direction. So in the axial direction, as you can understand, that aluminium will try to expand more in the axial direction. So if aluminium tries to expand more, what will happen? Brass will pull it down. So aluminium will be in compression, not tension. So this aluminium part, so since aluminium part is having a higher alpha value, so suppose this is the aluminium part. So this is trying to expand more. So since it is trying to expand more, what is happening is core is attached to it. So the core is trying to bring it down. So that is why since it is trying to expand more, it is under compression. So this aluminium part, so this is under a compressive force. And the brass part, it is expanding less, and since it is expanding less, aluminium is trying to pull it up. So since aluminium is trying to pull it up, it is actually under tension. This is one thing, only one thing that you have to understand. Other things are just the problems being done.
এটা আরেকবার বলবেন?
Since aluminium is having, so if you compare the values of alpha, the coefficient of thermal expansion, you will see that aluminium is having a higher value of thermal expansion compared to the brass. Only axial, we are considering only axial deformation, nothing else. So only it is trying to expand. So if I consider the aluminium part, so if this is the graph for aluminium, so aluminium is trying to expand. It is trying to have a tensile expansion. But since it is attached to the brass part, the brass is trying to pull it down. So it is always under compression. So that is why since it is trying to expand, it is under compression. And the brass part, since it is having a lower value, same length, lower value, it is also trying to expand, but aluminum is expanding more. So that is why all aluminum is always pulling it. So it is always under tension. So it is always a PT force and it is always a PC force. So
স্যার মানে
since-
এটা এগুলো এই মানে স্যার এই যে রেজিস্ট্যান্সটা দিচ্ছে ব্রাশটা এটা কি মানে ইন্টারনাল ফোর্সের জন্য হচ্ছে নাকি?
এগুলো internal force. এগুলো সবই internal force. We are always talking about internal forces.
বুঝতে পারছি।
So aluminum since it is trying to expand more, it is getting pulled down. It is getting pulled. Suppose two components are fixed. One is trying to expand more. What will the other part do? It will pull it. That's what will the assembly do? It will try to pull it. So since aluminum expands more, it is being pulled. It is under compression. And since it expands less, it is all under tension due to aluminum. So this is caused by aluminum. Since it is expanding less, aluminum is trying to pull it. So that is why it is under tension. And since বলো
মানে অনেকটা বলা যেতে পারে মানে স্যার ইকুয়াল লেন্থ অ্যাটেন্ড করার চেষ্টা করছে নাকি?
exactly very good. দুটোই একটা equal length attain করার চেষ্টা করছে. So since the part that is getting more away from equal, the other part is trying to pull it down to that normal, to that equal length. And যেই পার্টটা which is expanding less, the other part is trying to expand it more. বোঝা গেল? So এটা একটা খুব ইম্পর্টেন্ট অ্যানালজি এটা কিন্তু দেখবে যে কেন টেন্স, বিকজ in every case এটা যদি it can differ. দেখো আরো একটা প্রবলেম আছে, নেক্সট প্রবলেম you can see that just that they have varied alpha, nothing else. So যদি alpha brass যদি বেশি হতো তাহলে কিন্তু case has been different. Same problem, case has been different. যদি alpha brassটা বেশি হতো compared to alpha aluminum. So only alpha aluminum since alpha aluminum is greater than alpha brass, so the tensile forces are like this. No other static forces are causing no effect. Achha. So these things are drawn. So let me complete the problem. এটা তোমরা করে নিতে পারবেন, বাকি things you can just complete on your own, I think. So আমি একটু just বলে দিচ্ছি. So এটা সেম লেন্থ আছে, আর কি বলেছিলাম দাঁড়াও ভুলে গেলাম ওটা. So strain in the brass part. So the strain in the brass part alpha b, what will be that one? So that will be equal to PB into LB divided by AB into EB. ঠিক আছে? Okay. So this will be plus, যেটা একটু বড় করে লিখতে হবে দাঁড়াও. কটা বাজে? 12টা বাজে, 5 মিনিট নেব?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Just 5 minutes. I can just explain and then leave. এটা just
হ্যাঁ স্যার ঠিক আছে, 5 মিনিট হয়ে যাবে।
হ্যাঁ
Sir, attendance টা আজকে
অ্যাটেন্ডেন্স
চ্যাট বক্সে লিখে দিচ্ছি স্যার।
অ্যাটেন্ডেন্স গুলো এক কাজ করো না, সিআর কে একটু পাঠিয়ে দাও না এটা এক্সেল করে। আমি নাম্বারটা দেখে নিচ্ছি, দাঁড়াও আমি নাম্বার দেখে নিচ্ছি 39। আমাকে বাদ দিলে আমার দুটো লগইন আছে, বাদ দিলে 37। তো 37টা রোল নাম্বার আমাকে পাঠিয়ে দিও না সিআর কে পাঠিয়ে দাও তোমরা। অ্যাটেন্ডেন্সে তো আমি বলেছি অ্যাটেন্ডেন্সে বেশি নিয়ে নেই, মানে অ্যাটেন্ডেন্সও নেবো, এইভাবে ক্লাস করাবো, অনেক অসুবিধা। ABEB, দাঁড়াও এটাকে করে নিই। ABEB plus alpha B into delta T, and sigma aluminum, so that should be equal to PA divided by AAEA. So this will be negative. So এটা যদি আমার পজিটিভ হয়, এইটা কিন্তু নেগেটিভ হবে, plus alpha B alpha A into delta T. So এই P গুলো সেম, ঠিক আছে? This PA PB these are same actually, ঠিক আছে? So P is the entire force on the assembly. So P হচ্ছে যে force on the assembly. এখানে তার এক্সটার্নাল ফোর্স কিছু নেই, মানে PA plus PB is equal to 0 হয়ে যাবে। তো PA PB টোটালটাকে আমি সেম ধরছি, PA is equal to PB। তো এটা দেখো আমার 1 and 2, so এটা হচ্ছে 1, এটা হচ্ছে 2। So we can equate the strain. So strain change per unit length. So since change টা allowed নয়, so it has to maintain a same length. So that is why epsilon in strain will be equal to epsilon in brass. So we should be having P by ABEB plus alpha B delta T, that is equal to minus P divided by AAEA plus alpha A into delta T. So eta P থেকে আমি যদি কমন নিই, so I will be left with 1 by ABEB plus 1 by AAEA that is equal to alpha A minus alpha B into delta T. So just what we have to find out? We have to find out just the force. So ekan theke just you can put everything and get the force. Ekan theke you put the values, you will be getting the force. So এটা আমি আর লিখছি না. So it is alpha A minus alpha B into delta T divided by 1 by ABEB plus 1 by AAEA. अच्छा, force টা পেয়ে গেলে next thing is you have to calculate the stress. So stress is the once you get the force, so the stress will be equal to the cross sectional area. So stress in aluminium part, so aluminium is under compression, so it should be P by AA. So that is minus P. Put this value, whatever you are getting in kilonewton or newton, whatever you are getting, so that value you put here divided by the area. So it is a core, so that is pi by 4 d0 square minus di square. So just do this one. This completes the problem. So হয়ে গেছে, I am done. So attendance টা নিতেই থাকি, তোমরা একটু জাস্ট দেখো, কিছু ডাউটস থাকলে you can ask. ক্লাস ইজ
স্যার অ্যাটেন্ডেন্স পাঠাবো আপনাকে না আপনি নিয়ে নেবেন?
যা বলবে, কোনটা সুবিধে বলো।